This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
Did Tamil Mayam route illegal money to the LTTE? Allegations coming in by very respected political voices, Joe Ramasamy and the Subramanian Swamy of the Janata Party. And the founder of Tamil Mayam, Father Gaspar, hits back with venom, holding little back. Now this even as he lashes out at the media while defending his ties with the DMK leadership. To delve deeper into these remarks and their potential fallout, our reporter Shabir Ahmed will be joining us live. And meanwhile, even as these salvos are exchanged, fault lines are beginning to appear in the Congress-DMK combine. Is the Congress weighing its options ahead of the polls? We'll be joined by Mr. Thangabalu himself, the president of TNCC, to talk about that. And finally, an action-packed weekend for movie buffs, and we have the famous Jagan with us, and we'll tell you a lot more about that, about his current project and of course his future ventures. A very good evening to you and welcome to the one show that makes newsmakers call home. Headlines now, I'm Ashmit Kumar. Let's take a look at the top stories of this hour. Our DMK Congress ties on tenterhooks, not according to Kanimuri, says the party is not against the course of action.
I'm sure together we will prove that there is nothing being wrong.
The Congress-DMK alliance is firm. It is continuing.
Kanimuri remains unfazed post the CBI's second wave of raids, says that the clean sheet awaits Raja and her party.
Definitely we will come out clean.
Father Gaspar comes out all guns blazing, denying any and all allegations of links to tainted money. Claims to have a clean record for funding.
I deny that DMK leaders donated huge sums of money. I deny such kind of rumors, and the rumors are always rumors. I completely deny.
2G investigations take a critical turn. Apex Court says it will monitor the CBI probe into allotment of licenses. Madras High Court gives a green signal to the Legislative Council elections, dismisses 11 petitions against it, upholds the Election Commission's procedures. A year into production and the Nano sale seems to have crashed and burned. Meanwhile, the real warhorse of the Tata stable takes center stage. And get ready for the action from theatre. Cinematic delights await you this weekend.
இன்னும் என்ன சைட் பெயிண்ட் கிடக்கு மூக்கு அடிச்சிட்டு போதாதா
ஒரே கிஸ் கூட ப்ளீஸ் ஹோட்டல்ல ரூம் போடுங்கடா டென்ஷன் தாங்க முடியல.
Let's also take a look at the latest happening from other parts of the country. India's Foreign Secretary says that the ball is in China's court on the staple visa issue, but what's important is that the Chinese Premier brought up the matter himself. Hafiz Saeed, the JDU chief who masterminded 2611, speaks at a public rally in Islamabad as political leaders watch on. South Africa win the toss and put India to bat after a delayed start due to rain. 3 Indian openers are back in the hut. And it's going to be one-of-a-kind movie. Kandahar will have superstars Amitabh Bachchan and Mohanlal sharing the screen space. Now, CBI raids and their potential fallout has been again dominating the headlines, and in political reactions coming in quite expected. DMK leader and Rajya Sabha MP Kanimuri, the alleged link between Father Gaspar and the 2G scam tainted money, reacted strongly to such allegations. Now, she also clarified that the CBI raids have not put a strain on the DMK Congress ties. Kanimuri said that the law will take its own course and said that the raids is in fact an opportunity for them to show that they are clean. Now, just yesterday, the CBI raided an NGO in the city Tamil Mayam, where Kanimuri is a part of the board of directors. Now, the NGO is also run by Father Gaspar, another close aide of the DMK, who is also on the board of directors. Now, this raid didn't seem to go down too well with the DMK and seemed to have cast a shadow over the Congress-DMK ties. But Kanimuri put all the speculations to rest and said that they will come out clean. Let's in fact listen in to what she had to say.
No, it's not. It's the law is taking its due course and its process, and I don't think we are against that. Definitely, we will come out clean, and if this is the process to show that we are clean, I am very open to it, and the DMK is very open to it also.
Has it led to a strain in the DMK Congress relationship?
Why should it? I'm sure together we will prove that there has nothing been wrong in the whole thing.
Ma'am, also there is yesterday a story on your close aide of yours involved in a Tata land deal involved.
It is not, from whatever documents we got and saw, it is not a Tata land. I think they've also been, it's a private property, and they've been there on lease, and The person who has bought the land is a businessman from Malaysia, from what I understand, and we have nothing to do with this.
Saravanan?
He has actually acted as a mediator between the person who sold the land and who's bought it. So I don't think how we are linked to it.
The places where raids were conducted are all people close to either you or your dad. Does it signify anything? Does it worry you?
See, as I told you, it is the process, and we cannot fight against process when you want to prove yourself. Thank you.
Said the CBI has to inquire. How do you look at it? Because it also...
No, we welcome it because they've said it's from 2001.
Yes.
So it's a very good thing.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
And that, of course, was Kanimuri giving her position on the political fallout, expected one at that, post the CBI raids. And of course, to talk more about that, that was the DMK's opinion. Let's also have the Congress's opinion. And for that, we are joined by Mr. Thangabalu, who is the president of Tamil Nadu Congress Committee. Again, TNCC is joining us live exclusively on NDTV Hindu. Sir, a very good evening to you and welcome to the show. I'll start first by asking you this question. Again, it's an expected question. You'd be expecting this question at this point. Again, the CBI raids, now that they were given the go-ahead, do you think that they have put a certain amount of strain on the DMK Congress combine, the alliance in the state?
Exactly no. The Congress DMK alliance is firm. It is continuing. We have very good understanding between the Congress and the DMK leadership.
Right, sir. Borrowing from that, what is the state Congress party's take on the raids being conducted at the residences of people who are again close to the DMK's first family?
You don't call it like this. The CBI is arm of the Government of India. They are performing their duty, and whatever has to be done, they are doing on their own, and we have no authority on that. In fact, it is the court direction. The CBI is totally under the court direction. As per the court direction, they are performing the duty, and this is nothing to do with anything regarding alliance.
Right. Sir, you at this point are saying that the necessary authorities are taking the action at appropriate times, appropriate levels. But what about the Congress and action to be taken by these parties? You think that the DMK, are you expecting the DMK to take action against A. Raja?
We said the opposition wanted Raja to resign. The DMK perfectly asked Raja to resign. It is the DMK decision to ask Raja to resign to allow the government to act according to the rules. Now, the same opposition is questioning. This is not fair by the opposition, because the opposition wanted always think that whatever they want, the ruling party should accept. That is not the correct way. Ruling party is doing the best to see that the truth is to be brought out, for which Congress party is always above board, and BJP has no right to do anything with Congress, and they have no right to criticize Congress or even DMK, because when they wanted Raja, Raja has already resigned. And what now they further actions are being taken up, and what more they want?
Right. So again, you are expressing confidence in your ally here in Tamil Nadu, and of course, again, deviating that question to the BJP. But nevertheless, we'll move forward now. Now, ahead of the assembly elections, will the spectrum scam not affect the image of the Congress? Now, again, that's the one main bone of contention here that people are arguing, that Congress is worried about the impact, the political capital loss that the party will have to suffer post the Rajas again being at the epicenter of the biggest scam ever.
See, yesterday, the All India Congress General Secretary, Mr. Dwivedi, has stated very, very clearly about the Congress position. Whatever stated by Mr. Dwivedi, that is the Congress stand, vis-a-vis the DMK and Congress alliance. I stand by what my party leadership says.
Again, sir, again confirming that, but nevertheless, let me ask you one final question here, sir. Again, now the DMK, according to our sources, is quite upset with the way raids are being conducted, and again at houses of people who are known to be very close to the first family. What do you say to that again with these raids being conducted? and again very close home to the DMK.
I don't have to comment on this issue because this is the court direction. The court, on the basis of court direction, the CBI is doing its job. Beyond that, I have no comment about it. Even the DMK's official position is very clear that they want to cooperate with all the actions. Even Mr. Raja said very clearly, I am cooperating with the raid and whatever the government actions, he is willing to cooperate. And this is the stand, this is the right stand. We should appreciate, instead of appreciating that, you want to criticize. There is no need to criticize anybody in this matter. Let the law of the land take its own course.
Right, sir. Thanks a lot for joining us again, and again explaining to us the Congress's position in this case. Again, a very measured response coming in from Mr. Thangabalu, not really committing to one end or the other. Again, a very straight line, a middle line is what he's seen following. Again, that has been pretty much expected by analysts. And speaking of analysts, and in another critical development, post the second wave of the CBI raids in the city, now key figure that appeared was, of course, Father Gaspar and his NGO Tamil Mayam. Now, questions were raised about his links to various political figures from the ruling party. Now, he refuted those charges and maintained that there was nothing dubious about his links and that he sees no reason whatsoever to sever his ties.
I deny that DMK leaders donated huge sums of money. I deny such kind of rumors, and the rumors are always rumors. I completely deny.
Now, in other remarks, he lashed out at the media and also refuted all charges of inflow of funds being associated to the tainted money in the 2G scam. He maintained that the accounts were public and transparent.
Tamil Mayam is a well-audited charitable trust. It runs all its programs through sponsorships. All the transactions are through legal instruments, and the name of the sponsors always find their mention in our public communication through press and outdoor advertisements. There is no single source of funds which is not publicly divulged. Our books are clean and credible. We are not afraid.
Of course, Raja is quite central to any discussion about the 2G spectrum scam. And finally, after Father Gaspar made headlines after defending Raja, he looked to offer some clarification about, again, his comments, but was a little edgy in responding to those critical questions. Let's take a look.
I said very clearly, I am not here to state that Mr. Raja is innocent. I am not here to give a certificate that no scam took place. Scam probably took place or did take place. When such 120, spectrums are allocated to people, I am not naive to believe that, I'm considering the politics of today, that to state categorically no scam took place. I am not an authority to state. I made it very, very clear. I am not an authority.
Right, for more than that, let's go across to our political reporter Shabir Ahmed, who has been tracking that one announcement by Father Gaspar. Again, Shabir, if you can give us a quick sense of, again, he made a number of remarks, again, a defiant remarks at that coming post the 2G, the raids that were conducted yesterday. A quick sense of, again, what we can make of his remarks coming in and the fashion in which he's actually made those remarks.
Well, one thing Father Jagat Kaspar wanted to make it very clear was because of the CBI raids that were conducted yesterday at his Tamil Mayam office, this has tarnished the image of Tamil Mayam. There is a perception among public that Tamil Mayam could have actually been involved in the 2G spectrum controversy, and that is why he precisely wanted to clarify those speculations doing rounds, and also he wanted to make it very clear that the DMK leaders have not paid huge money to Tamil Mayam. In fact, there has been apprehensions raised by several people here in the state saying that the 2G spectrum money could have been actually transferred through Tamil Mayam to various other sources, because Jagat Kaspar is a man who is known for his political links and also his links overseas, and he was also closely associated with some LTT leaders, and he was also known as a fundraiser for LTT when he was working in a radio station in Canada. So these are the allegations. In this backdrop, he wanted to make it very clear, because there was too many speculation after raids were conducted at his office, and he says that his accounts have been well audited and there is nothing wrong in it.
Right, Shabir, thanks a lot for joining us and again giving us that insight. Now, again, a lot of issues that were raised today, amongst them, one very critical issue was the fact that Subramania Swamy had made a few critical remarks about how Tamil Mayam could have been a front for routing the scam-tainted money to the LTTE. Now, Father Gasper was seen fuming and gave a near vicious reply. Let's take a look.
We also strongly condemn and reject the insinuations by the likes of Cho Ramasamy and Subramaniam Swamy through some sections of English media that the 2G scam money possibly went also to LTT. This is preposterous and malicious. Cho Ramasamy and Subramaniam Swamy are, we accuse, right-wing fundamentalists with an unapologetic and venomous anti-minority bent of mind. We wonder how the national English media celebrate such unabashedly right-wing minority haters as paragons of unbiased intellectual opinion.
Again, numerous reactions coming in about the 2G scam. And speaking of the 2G scam, the Supreme Court has announced that it will monitor the CBI's inquiry in the outsize 2G scam. The court said that the inquiry must extend to the processes followed in 2001 for awarding telecom licenses. Now, importantly, this comes at a time when the BJP-led NDA was in power. Now, that's bound to be used in political combat by the government, which has faced unprecedented heat by the BJP and other opposition parties over the roles of A. Raja and the Prime Minister. Now, Prashant Bhushan, a senior advocate and one of the petitioners, said that the Apex Court has said on a prima facie level that the accusations by the petitioners are true and confirms the CAG report. Taking a step away from the 2G scam, now it was meant to be a game changer, but is now found reconciling with the rules of the game. Has the Nano reached the end of the road? Find out on the other side.